Hey, how's it going, everybody? I'm Drifty from Driftwood Gaming. This is Drifty's Life in the Kingdom, Iteration 4. I haven't showed it off except for one picture, so I thought this would be a good way to showcase it. I'm trying to build this linearly so that everything I work on is like the next step of gameplay. Anyway, what's your name? Let's just type in our name. We start it. We'll hit enter. Hello, Drifty. Are you a lord or lady? Click confirm or press enter to continue, and we can choose to be either. Let's be Lady Drifty. Well met, Lady Drifty. Let's go over your resources. The first bar is your health. If it reaches 0, your character shall forever perish. Yes, it will be permadeath. Gonna add a lot of roguelike elements to it. Okay, continue. The next bar is your energy. Spells require this resource to cast. Next up is your stamina. This is required for taking actions like gathering, crafting, or constructing buildings. Okay. The red bar is your lifeline. Represents how much time your physical body has left. The number represents your age. Eventually you'll grow old and die, most likely. So you can see on the left-hand side it's got a year. I have this running an independent script to keep track of time when it passes. The same thing for all of these elements over here. I'll show you later. But anyway, this is your age. You're 18, you start at 18, and then as you age, this bar goes down. And then by the time it empties, you should be 75 years old. Anyway, hit confirm. The next one is our experience points. Pretty simple. Now, the game's going to consist of making choices from time to time, and this is an example of that. So choose one of these things. The first is to spend 5 of your days to get experience, health potions, and antidotes. Spend 3 days to get max health increase, or spend a day to get some antidotes, but you will become poisoned. So this is kind of arbitrary. It's just to show an example, but they're all functional and they work. So let's go ahead and spend 3 days and increase our max HP. What I'm doing here is I'm unlocking the elements one at a time to introduce them to the player and try to go over so I put them in the game and I'm introducing them individually to also hit the tutorial. Below the resource bars, we've got our items and equipment. We get a couple healing potions and antidotes. We can double click, or we can select and press spacebar to use it. You can see our HP is at 51. If we double click this, it goes up. It went to 87 there. I have a mechanic in my game called overheal. So this is going to restore 25% of your HP, or 33% of your HP. But if you hit your cap, it may waste some, so you might not want to use it. But I've put in a mechanic called overheal, so it's going to keep that amount of health on a variable. So the next time you're healed by any source, it will also add the amount that you have set as an overheal to it. I'll explain more later, but that's how that works. Okay, make a selection. Sword, staff, or coins. Let's go ahead and select a staff, and that's going to give us an actual staff that we can look at if we wanted to. We wield it. This shows that we have some gold. We'll hit OK. It also gave us 10 skill. Now we have another thing on the left-hand side, some more tabbed windows. And you can double-click these things to use them. And let's go ahead and continue. Now we have magic abilities. They cost energy to cast. You can double-click to cast them. Of course, we're at full health, so there's no need to cast this. But it does work. It takes 5 MP and it restores 50 HP. It still has the same overheal mechanic. Killstar and Firebolt, they don't really do anything yet because I haven't got any combat fleshed out yet for it. But they're in there. They're in the system. You can check your skills by double-clicking on it to see what they're at. I think I took staff, so yeah, we'll have an extra 10 points in that, starting at level 1 of all your skills. The skills, I had 66 originally, now it's down to 22, and here's the 22 skills that are in the game. It's still a lot, but I think that's a good... this time around, I've kind of minimized the project quite a bit. Some actions you take are going to affect your fame and karma. And then what will you do with your life in the kingdom, Drifty? double click a location or select one and press space. We have the time over here. You can see underneath that it shows our location and the weather. The weather's going to change every 3 days. But anyway, if we double click a location, it will pass time and it will give us some text and it will give us an action. And we're going to take an action. If we try to request entry to the castle, it's going to tell us that we can't because we don't have enough fame. And not all of these things are all coded in. Some of them just look like this. They just put out a text, but some of them do work, like resting at the end will fully restore your guy, heal him up. If we go to the forest, we can chop some wood. This one is mostly done. So if we chop some wood, you can see that it spent 10 of our stamina. It passed a day. It gave us 100 experience. We actually leveled up in our logging, and we got a tree branch. And you can see over here some of the math behind the scene. I might make an option to show that or not. I don't know. But anyway, I wanted to, for debugging purposes, to see what I was rolling. So you can see our experience going up as we chop wood. I'll do it again. We got more experience. The rolls changed. The time switched over. And we can level up too. So if we do this again, it should level us up. There it is. We leveled up. We're now level 2. We get more max health, more max energy, and a skill point. There's no way to spend your skill points yet, but I'll add that in. And yeah, I mean, that's basically it for right now. Yeah, that's kind of how it's going to go for right now. I imagine in the bottom, I'm going to have some sort of graphics. I don't know the final form of what graphics are going to be in the game. Maybe just like when you chop some wood, it shows a wood being split animation, sound effects, music, all that sort of thing. Particle effects, but it might just show a sprite like chopping a piece of wood or something like that. I'm not sure, but here's our MVP. I didn't want to show it off until I had something that was like, you know, the full minimum viable product, but that's basically the idea. Hopefully I can put some graphics in here to make it look cool and, you know, also sound and feel good, but it's just a progression, sort of choose your own adventure. I hope to add a lot of places to travel to and actions to take and creatures to fight and definitely a battle system and whatnot. But anyway, that's where we're at with Drifty's Life in the Kingdom. Thank you so much for watching the devlog. If you did enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up, like, favorite, share, subscribe, all that stuff. Come hang out in the Discord. Love to see you there. Thank you so much. We have a Patreon if you'd like to give us money. That's it. See you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.